Quay definitely much more comfortable in those siege situations.
Meanwhile, they've got a very similar overall rate in series, as now we got a problem for Emo, who flashes over the wall, but Hansama's ready to follow. Emo barely staying alive. Hansama in a little bit of danger now too as he continues going forward. Hans gets first blood, but then he's the second. G2 continue going forward as Elio's got to be protected, but the protection is not there just yet. Elio getting away. Skewmon has to flash to get it. It's a 2 for 2 so far as Lebrov is down to 100 HP, but he will survive.
Extra gold leads. However, Hansama on the Lucian might have something to say about it. He's got an extra little dagger. He's getting ganked.
Okay, Levi's coming down here looking to use that early money as Lebrov still only level 1. His heal's not even available. Artemis should be able to pick this one up for free. Levi just zoning Hans away so that there's no chance anybody would. He is going to find that chicken camp stolen away.
Yeah, he didn't see Skewmon. The chicken thief.
Oh, Hansama in some danger here as Elio and Artemis immediately going in after the AD carry. The Lucian about to die. The flash forward. Artemis grabbing the kill now with a phosphorus bomb back towards Lebrov. It's a 2v2 double kill.
Dragon getting burned down. Levi is heading over. Yeah. So watch out for the next possible hook. They're not going to go for it though. It's already gone.
Yeah, they were too late. Emo, yes, he'll be able to pick up a few there as that wave collides into the turret, but it's still about almost a 3-wave lead for Caps as now Artemis has to try to retreat. Here comes the Realm Warp. This could be the problem for GAM as Artemis gets stunned up, shut down. Caps gets paid.
They go for the grub bite.
Elio goes in. Lebrov throws up the door. Exhaust onto Levi, but Artemis is also here. Lebrov jumping back to the safety of Hansama, but a little bit more damage over the wall gets the job done. Artemis kill number. Jungler for mid laner there as Broken Blade goes for the ulti onto Kiaya, and here comes the Realm Warp. Caps is looking to go aggro, and with Skewmon coming with them, the slam into the wall is there, and Skewmon's grabbing kill number 4.
Yeah, they put a stop to that pushing of the Jace, but GAM are able to answer on the other side of the map. Even Emo here gets a little bit.
However, the numbers don't lie, my friend. You look up at that gold lead there at the top part of your screen. It is down below 500 now for the side of GAM. Emo eating a whole ton of damage here for the calling. Another beautiful wall slam coming out from Skewmon as now Lebrov and Hansama are ready to make it a 2-for-0 special. Hansama. And here in this one, he's doing just fine. When you're looking at the rest of the map, it's still a lead for Artemis, but that's about it. Levi trying to put a little bit more money in Artemis's pocket. He got it right there at the last second, but he may pay for that last little bit of greed for the turret plate. Skewmon shows up, knocks him up into the air with a point-blank keeper's verdict. Broken Blade trying to follow, looking for a little bit more CC, knocks him back, beautifully done. Skewmon and Broken Blade, they'll lose. Just gonna be the sacrifice. Lebrov still dropping very low on HP, and right when it looks like it might have been a fair fight, here comes Caps. G2 get a 1-for-0 in the bottom lane.
Another good rotation over from G2. Caps is gonna be able to finish off the turret in the aftermath too, so he's going to get solo tower gold as the rest of them back off and funnel even more focused in the favor of GAM. A lot of standing gold left in these turrets, so Ki is going to be able to get this one, chop that gold lead from G2 down.
See what they can do to try to stabilize this, because it just feels like anytime GAM gets 1, G2 get 2. They're always coming out on top.
Yeah, well, they are going to go for that. Pop down that mid turret with the Rift Trail, so that one is guaranteed, and it's into a dragon, so let's see. Broken Blade want to finish up on the top side tower. He does have his teleport ready to come to this dragon fight, but GAM have the early priority into the river, setting up for dragon here.
Let's see how much value GAM can get out of their poke, out of their artillery on this one. Broken Blade's going to teleport into the enemy jungle, though. He's going for the flank attack. Levi is already on the Drake, but if Broken Blade catches him by surprise here, this is such a problem. Emo's going to be knocked into the team and immediately killed. Hansama on a killing spree with a beautiful slam into the wall with Keeper's Verdict to set up the second kill for Hans. Lebrov and Broken Blade completely controlling the fight. Broken Blade is redeeming himself in this killing the back into the fight, and G2, now with a 3,000 gold lead, will also earn themselves another neutral objective with the dragon.
G2 here.
3rd HP. They've got Caps here, so they know that if GAM comes and tries to fight this, they will have to fight through the Rise, who does now also have Seeker's arm guard. Now, oh, nice flash follow onto the body slam there from Broken Blade. This time the ulti collides exactly where it needs to, and Caps goes on a killing spree. G2, they'll take the Otacon. They'll be up 24 flower petals, 5 kills, and 4,000 gold.
Caps have a 3-level lead without even the Rod of Ages ticking over. And that thing's going to tick over and he's going to get another level. So This is just so massive. They've been playing those sideways, playing the macro, and he's getting another one here.
Yeah, Skewmon wants to go in after Emo, and Caps is ready to follow. Levi with a defensive stun, trying to provide an opportunity for his teammate to get away. Caps triggers the Seraph shield there, as Skewmon and Broken Blade have to back away a little bit further. Lebrov going to get grabbed by the dredge line as GAM continue their chase. Won't land the CC onto Lebrov as he tries again to protect Caps, who flashes away from the depth charge. Broken Blade here on the front line as the TP's coming in to once again reinforce GAM. The ulti from the Gragas, not enough. Emo
with the teleport up to that top side as well. Quay did get the shutdown there, so Emo with an extra little bit of a boost, but he really needs it.
Yeah, he got the shutdown, and it at least got him to level 13, so as Caps' Rod of Ages ticks over, he's not 4 levels down. It's still 3 levels down. That is still extreme, and Levi is now finding himself caught, slammed back into the wall. Lebrov and Skewmon need a little bit more damage, and Caps and Hans Sama have arrived. Instead, they'll turn their attention over to Elio, who cannot get away. He is a tanky Gragas that's also spamming abilities at maximum speed. Lebrov goes in for an engage on Emo. Broken Blade knocks Elio back. Emo, not the right angle on him, but Elio will be a fine consolation prize. Kiaya shows up. Too little, too late to find much of anything, and the clock is at exactly the right time to make that play. 25 minutes into the game, G2 now has a 5v4 for the next 25 seconds. They will dare GAM to answer them at the Baron.
Yeah, beautiful play there from G2. They do it without Caps at all. They use the Gragas, Poppy, and Braum to find their pick. They force GAM into this tight spot.
All right, G2, let's see how they can defend against this. Levi wants to go in there with a Grand Starfall, but he's immediately ejected by the Keeper's Verdict. G2 burns down the objective, and Broken Blade keeps everybody else busy. Skewmon into the back, finding the slam into the wall on Emo. G2 aren't stopping, and it's GAM dropping. Artemis caught in the middle of a Realm Warp, and 4v1. He's buried. Double kill back over to Broken. Now in the territory where GAM must rely on a mistake from G2, and it needs to be a pretty colossal mistake. Look at the bounties on the side of G2. Skewmon and Caps, both with maxed bounties. Broken Blade is about to solo down the formerly fed Corky. Take a drink, Artemis. He's out of there. Call him the ride home. He's done. And now G2, they've got a 5v4 again for 30 seconds again, moving up towards the mid lane inhibitor, having already claimed the one in bottom lane. It's a full 5-man push. The minions flowing into the base as well, but G2, they want to play it safe. They don't want to open.
Even despite their bottom lane getting behind early on, and it possibly being an angle there for GAM, G2 really able to cover it, Caps especially, and now they're coming to finish the job.
All right, GAM got to try to defend this last remaining lane of inhibitors, but it ain't gonna happen too easy. Broken Blade goes golden, trying to stay alive. The tier 3 turret buys a lot of time though. GAM with a nice defense, have already found 2. Caps into the Zonias, trying to stay alive. The shutdown back over to Levi. Caps wants to get away, but a massive shutdown for Kiaya. GAM come to life and defend their base on their last legs.
Has TP.
Yeah, that's a Lebrov TP from an unsealed spellbook. So GAM will go ahead and claim themselves the Drake.
Teleporting into the base.
Hansama's also here.
Yeah, they pulled off the defense. They got the objective bounty shut down. Kiaya puts the ward in the brush, but he gets the bad news.
Yeah, he might have gone a little bit too close here. Deadman's plate Poppy catches up, and Hans Sama empties the magazine into him.
And slowly, G2 will close in. The pressure unrelenting.
G2, there goes the last inhibitor in the GAM base. They go in for the engage. They're trying to find Levi, instead switching over to Emo. He's already dead, as now Elio's about to fall with him. Broken Blade goes back in for a nice 2-man body slam. Rune Prison on Levi seals his fate as well, and it's only Artemis left standing. But the Nexus turrets are down. G2 still firing as Artemis has to flash to try to get away. Kiaya's back into the fight, but it's a 2v4. Cap staying alive, kiting Artemis out as Broken Blade comes back over for the CC into the kill. The ace for G2. The game for G2. Game point for G2.
G2.